speak up and have the courage to do that. Following up, I always believe that the best follow-up is the one that is expected. When you meet somebody today, if you see a reason that there's an opportunity for you two to connect again, plant the seed now. Let them know you're going to be calling them. Plan for what it is, because then it's not that awkward conversation that's like, oh, hey, if ever you need me, give me a call. So we've got our show up, we've got our speak up, we've got our follow up. But here's the thing. It's still not enough. Because I did that. I did the whole showing up, and I showed up a lot. And I learned how to speak up and stop talking myself out of opportunity. And by golly, I got really good at following up. And it's still probably one of the hardest things that I have to do, is to remember to follow up with people who I've met. But the volume of that formula is too much for sustainability. Because at the end of the day, I was working 16, 17-hour days. My whole purpose was I need to deserve to hit the pillow. And then life happens. Just like life's going to happen for everybody. I went in for just a small little procedure. It turned out to be life-changing. And all of a sudden, I went down to having 2 hours of productivity in a day. And I had to continue my company and continue to speak and do everything else that I was doing, and I couldn't create the same level of stamina. And that's when I realized that the profit is in the prep. We need to not just show up. We don't have to just speak up and follow up, but before we do any of it, we need to gear up. Choosing rooms to be in that put you on the path of least resistance so that you can win. Figuring out who you want to connect with in advance. Who are the sponsors? Who are the people at the vendor market? Who are the people who you assume are going to be there? What are the top 20 events in your marketplace that you need to be at an event? I remember a woman who was, fairly successful, but just felt fairly stalled in her business. And so she came to me, she said, I'm out there, I'm doing like 20 hours a week of communicating and giving all this, work in the community, and I love it, but I'm not getting any business from it. I said, no problem, let's just back up a moment and tell me, who is your ideal, who's your prime prospect? Who do you want to work with? And she said to me, well, people who have about $150,000 or more to invest. I said, well, that makes a lot of sense because you're an investment broker. But let me ask you this. How many people who are at 20 hours a week that you're putting into the community, that you're surrounding yourself with, have $150,000 or more to invest? She said, well, none of them. Well, do you see the disconnect? We have to be sure that our activity is matching our desired outcome. Because if the activity, you can show up everywhere, if those people who you're meeting and interacting with can't actually help you fill your revenue funnel with qualified leads, then you're just spinning your wheels and you're doing a lot of busy, busy, busy. And being busy and being popular are very different than being profitable. And profitable is the goal if you're in business and your role is to fill your revenue funnel and come up with some qualified leads.